Welcome back. Let's bring in Chief Meteorologist Dan Cianca now on a Monday evening. Dan, over the weekend I was on the coast. It was cloudy, but it still kind of felt warm. It's been feeling a little more muggy than usual.
Yeah, the air mass isn't all that bad. We haven't had a lot of wind over the water, so the ocean temperatures have come up a bit, which means when the wind does come off the water, it's not as cold as it was maybe a month ago. In fact, it's like 56 or 57 degrees. Plus, this is a pretty moist and mild air mass. It's just not warm necessarily. So it's one of those weird things where our afternoon highs are below normal, but our morning lows are above normal. Right. So like we're kind of evening out, but still, it may not feel all that warm to some folks out there. We got some rain this weekend as well, a few showers out there, but nothing today. Look at the blue skies over Monterey as we take a live look from Domenico's on the wharf. Colorful boats, that's our favorite flavor. So we take a look across the region. You can see all the way to Mount Toro at the moment. Now, as we take a look at our bigger picture, we've got an area of low pressure off to our east or behind me, and it's still throwing some moisture back toward the Sierra Nevada. We're seeing showers and thunderstorms there again. Some of these showers do make it over the hills, but there's a general downsloping after that, and that's not the kind of slope you want to take if you want to continue yourself as a rain shower, because going down typically results in drying and warming and compressing, which is not how you sustain a rain shower. So some of those have made it almost to the North Bay. There have been a few sprinkles up there, but here locally, nothing so far. And we're just looking at some low clouds on the coast. Though the onshore flow in some instances did kind of weaken a bit today, at least toward us. The funneling areas around the coast have still been a little gusty today, but we're not really getting that strong push of low cloud cover that we had maybe a couple of days ago. Look at all the lightning across the Rockies. It's been very busy out there. Now, this low is on its way out of here, but lingering troughing is going to continue here over Southern California over the next couple of days. So the overall temperatures aloft will remain cool for this time of year. Now, we are going to warm up a little bit, and we'll notice that tomorrow inland. We're going to see a jump of temperatures by 5 or 6 degrees for many of our inland cities, especially up in the mountains. You're going to notice it being quite a bit warmer tomorrow, but not hot and still only seasonable at best. We're still below normal. We have had very few days above normal so far this spring. And you're thinking to yourself, wow, that is pretty impressive. What has everywhere else been like? Well, everywhere else has been very warm. At least seems like across the planet. We are the one spot on the planet that's been kind of chillier. One of a few, only a few spots that have been cooler than normal. So as we head toward the weekend, we have this big, handsome, hot ridge of hot pressure off to our west. It's trying to nudge in. It's just not doing a very good job because we're blocked up. The pattern is anyway. So the heat associated with that just really won't reach us. We will warm up close to normal inland, as I mentioned, but on the coast we'll continue to see onshore flow, which is going to keep those temperatures at or below normal as well. The warmest I think will be is on Friday as the ridge kind of passively passes by, but then as trough begins to dig down the coast this weekend again. That's going to bring much cooler air. Looks like some rain in the Pacific Northwest, and that is going to be how we start off next week with some cooler air inland once again. So if you've been hoping for a heat wave, which many of you probably aren't, I know you're probably inland, you're like, it's been kind of nice this this summer so far. We've been going outside in the middle of the afternoon, need to mow the lawn, hasn't been too hot, right? And things are still a little damp out there and everything's not crispy and dry, you're not panicked. Anytime you see smoke anywhere, it's just maybe a little bit relieving to, I think, a lot of folks maybe. As we look at futurecasts overnight, the clouds, which have been pretty scarce this afternoon, at least scattered, will thicken back up again around the coast and into the valleys. We'll have some high clouds spilling back over from the northeast again, and then we'll wake up tomorrow morning to mostly cloudy skies, just like we did this morning. We had quite a bit of drizzle across Santa Cruz County this morning. I don't really see the mechanisms for that tomorrow. We can't rule out a couple of spritzes out here, but we're not going to see a couple hundredths of an inch falling like we did this morning, which did cause some wet roadways in some areas. But again, you could get a couple sprinkles. It's just not going to be as widespread. Now, tomorrow afternoon, I think will be pretty similar to today. I think we'll scatter out those clouds again, meaning a partly cloudy day on the coast and mostly sunny day inland. Should be a pretty decent day, just a little bit cool for this time of year. As I mentioned, we're going to be warming up inland, though, especially in the hills. We're back to 75 tomorrow in Boulder Creek, also in the 70s Ben Lomond and upper 60s, and some of the other areas in the Santa Cruz Mountain Valley. Santa Cruz, a respectable 67. You should be in the mid-70s this time of year, so it sounds pretty nice, but you're still cool. On the east shore of the bay, mostly mid-60s. Salinas close to 70 and close to 80 in Morgan Hill tomorrow afternoon. Hollister also getting closer to normal, 75 your expected high tomorrow. Over to the Monterey Peninsula, expecting highs in the low to mid-60s. Pretty seasonable 65 in Monterey. Carmel and Seaside also in the mid-60s tomorrow. And then we do have some 80s on the map in the south tomorrow. We'll get there in Bradley, Parkfield, and up at the Pinnacles. Most of the Salinas Valley in the 70s, including also over the hill in the Carmel Valley at 72. Pretty nice day there. Over that 7-day forecast, temperatures on the coast pretty much hovering where they are tomorrow. It might be a degree or two warmer at times. I am seeing a little signal for some drizzle across Santa Cruz County on Thursday, so something to keep in mind. You might have some wet roads on the way to work, but ultimately not a lot of change on the coast for the next 7 days. Inland areas will warm up for the next couple of days and cool down briefly Thursday, then warm back up, peaking on Saturday before cooling into early next week. Back to you.
All right, thank you, Dan. Let's hope we can keep that fire danger to a minimum. Appreciate it.